been there. The fire's out, the emergency is over, hose is being repacked, and tools are being put back. And the battalion chief says, all right, let's do a quick after action. Everybody circles up, guys are quiet, nobody wants to be first. Eyes are lowered or zoned out, looking into the distance. You can feel it. This review could go one of two ways. It can turn into a surface level recap where everyone nods, nothing changes, and the same mistakes show up again next time. Or it can become a useful leadership moment that benefits everyone. And here's what makes a big difference: whether the highest ranking officer speaks first. We all say we want an honest after action review. We say we want learning. We want accountability. We say we want a culture where people can speak up. But we conduct after action reviews in a way that quietly discourages all of that. We start by asking the company officers of the newest firefighter what they saw and did. Or we throw it out to the whole group. All right, what do you guys think? What happens? Silence, safe answers, or worse, people protecting themselves rather than looking to learn and improve. We've all been a part of what could have been a good after action review die in the first 30 seconds. Not because the firefighters or officers didn't care, but because leadership didn't set the tone. I learned this over time at the company level. Early on, I thought letting the crew talk first showed openness. I thought it flattened the hierarchy. What it actually did was put the firefighters in a tough spot. They were either expected to self-incriminate and risk appearing bad in front of everyone, or to remain silent and hope the review ended quickly without anyone pointing out what they could have done better. That's when I realized something that changed how I led during an after-action review, whether it was with a group of other officers and a battalion chief, or just with my firefighters at the company level. When I started owning my decisions and mistakes first, out loud, in front of the crew, everything shifted. Not speeches, not excuses, just a clear professional self-assessment. And that changed everything immediately. Here's why the highest ranking officer must speak first in an after action review. When they start by saying, here's what I missed, could have done better, or will do differently next time, and here's what I did right. It's about learning. You're anchoring success to decisions and behaviors, not to luck. You're reinforcing what should be repeated, not just what went wrong. That'll build confidence under pressure and a better understanding of what to do next time. When officers acknowledge their own mistakes without deflecting blame, that's important. They earn credibility, not because they're perfect, because we're not, but because they're honest. And the firefighters learn that honesty beats image. Learning beats egos. Accountability starts at the top. That's how you get honest discussion and change for the better, rather than head nods. When leaders go first with what gave them difficulty and then what went well, you eliminate the awkward silence that can happen, the perceived retaliation, if that's an issue out there floating around, forced agreement. Once the highest ranking officer models self-assessment, others can follow without protecting their egos. Now it's a shared experience of effort to improve. The review should stay focused on objectives, tactics, communication, and decision-making. Not on the personalities, not on Monday morning quarterbacking. You frame the incident based on what was known at the time, which keeps lessons usable in real-world chaos. This only works with actual ownership of mistakes and decisions. The vague ownership, that's going to kill it. If you say something like, I could have done better, that means nothing. What builds credibility is clarity. What decision was made? Why it was made? What would you adjust next time? That earns respect and makes the after-action review, the process of it, worthwhile. So here's the standard. If you're the highest ranking officer on the call, you speak first, not to justify, not to perform, not to control the narrative, but to lead and show everyone how it's done. Before your next after action review, just take a minute. Ask yourself, what decision worked out right and why? What decision didn't work out the way I wanted it to? And what should I do next time? What does my crew need to work on in the future? Then say it out loud. When you lead with humility, you help everyone else do the same. And that's how you build a culture we all want, right? Because we want accountability, trust, and continuous improvement. Not just words said without meaning, so that we can move on to the next thing, but better performance on the next one when it actually counts. So if this helped you, share it with another firefighter or officer. Please spread the word, subscribe if you want leadership lessons that actually work in the firehouse and on the fireground, and check out our split-second leadership course at firegroundcompany.com if you want to become a solid leader on the fireground that everyone looks to. This is how we raise the standard, one conversation at a time. So thanks for stopping by.